Good morning. How we doing? We've got a Sly. We've got a Scott. It's a cozy, quiet morning here this morning. And we have, maybe not quite so cozy, I have my June challenge that we're going to work on. This is Kingdom Death Summer Goth. Fireforge Minis, Ironverse, hello. How are you today? This is the art card. I was able to... Oh, you got it. See, now I have to think. Now it's like, wait, is it actually Slam? I don't know. This is our summer goth. I started working on her the other day. Got all the stockings and did all the really like tedious, scary, stressful black markings. So got all that done. Slam, thank you so much for that sub. For 63 months of being a nerd. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. How are you today? What you up to? Slag. What you up to? I think today's goal while we're together, and I'm going to leave some of the like really tedious type stuff for later. I want to get her hair started and probably the bow. We also have her little parasol, which we could start. I was going to airbrush the sand, so that's not quite ready yet, but I think we can pick like a couple bigger things to kind of tackle together. And then, yeah, the real tedious stuff I'll just save for off stream because it's easier when I can like get up in it and see it. But that's what I got today. The netting looks great, thank you. Let's see, rolling through some bits, jump the airbrush hood a bit before Xbox an hour. Yeah, I'm a little sad. Usually Xbox is at noon my time, and they're an hour earlier this year. So, like, I used to just cut stream early, and I can't this year. So, I'm sad I'll probably miss Xbox today. You'll have to let me know as they go. I don't even know what to expect from Xbox. What are we expecting? After, like, everything getting closed down, I don't even know what to expect. Because I think even Call of Duty is a separate thing. Like having to really struggle to think about what it might be. Hey Magpie, welcome in. How are you? The fishnets look phenomenal. Hurts my soul just thinking about it. It was a tedious painting time the other day. How are you today? Welcome in. It was very tedious. All right, so her hair has a bit of kind of the like gray and blue. So I did use blue on her skin tone. I'm going to pull that back in once we get a base coat, but she's got a bit of that for shading. And then overall, there's kind of a yellow from the reflection of the sand. So we're going to bring in the yellow to some of the metallics we do today. I want to do a little bit up on the umbrella and on her hair. So bringing in that kind of ice yellow, very light yellow as a highlight is the plan. Raven Lord, welcome in for you. So hello, how are you? I believe Call of Duty is separate after Xbox. I think is what I saw. I might be wrong, but I thought that's what I saw. I hope Shooter Man's is separate. uh, sorry, let me get something on my screen. Masilla, welcome in. How are you? Thank you. I wish I could show you more. My current one's not healing very well, but here's what I can show you. How are you today? Welcome in. Yeah, I had like a full color session on Tuesday. But, so you guys are probably wondering why I'm wrapped up. I had an allergic reaction to the second skin band-aid, and it's pretty gnarly looking, so I'm wrapped up today. When it heals, we can take a look at them, but there's another, you can see kind of, there's another Piccolo, a Goku, and a Vegeta hiding under it. But it's pretty nasty right now. It hurts. It hurts. I may have geared up for Space Marine 2 the other day. I don't usually pre-order, but I'm very excited. Good. The new Twitch mobile layout. I know they had an update. I haven't looked at it. What have they moved around or even learned? I'd be in some separate things. Pretty sad state of affairs. But I guess I heard a radio ad for COD Blops the other day. I thought that was wild. I was just like driving to the post office and they're like, check out the reveal thing like this weekend. I'm like, whoa, weird. Call of Duty radio ad. Sorry to your reaction. Yeah, it hurts. Thank you, Honor First. We're just trying to I've been trying to ice it as much as I can. I've been doing like ibuprofen and stuff when I can, but yeah, it hurts. Which is weird because I didn't have any of that on the upper part of my arm, but the forearm, for some reason, has been acting up with the second skin. So when I do the filler and the little bit by my wrist, I'll have to just I'll do the first 24 hours and then I'll just not replace it, I guess, next time, because it just gets messed up. I'm so morbidly interested in the gnarliness. It's, let me try and show it the best I can. So you see this really red skin next to Piccolo? So it's not on the actual tattoo, thank goodness. It's just the skin around it is really, it's raised, it's bumpy. It's almost like scabby scaly. And it just hurts. Yeah, it just hurts. But we're just gonna keep an eye on it. Keep it really clean, keep it moisturized, and let it heal up. Yeah, yeah. A little over 3 months to mine. I kind of wanted to show you this, Ravenlord, in case you realize it might be happening to you. So if it just seems like overly itchy or you start to see the little bumpies, take that stuff off. I had mine on probably a day longer than I should have. So just a heads up that if it starts to happen, just take it off and dry heal it. So you don't end up like me. I do okay, spend the morning figuring out OBS, mix it up, and the VOD? I don't know that last one. This is the last one for. Mix it up I had looked into. It got setup is very strange for it. It's very different than some of the other bots. I ended up going with Streamer Bot. But I know it can do a lot of cool functionality things. Hopefully I can get it all figured out there. 6 years are all about cod blops, that's right. Grandpa needs to hear about his cod blops. But yeah, I thought it was really weird. It was just on like the pop station here. The top 40 station. Talking about cod blops. It was very strange. Okay, PNG tubers, gotcha. I was gonna say, my guess was for VTubing, but I wasn't sure. Okay, cool. I'll hopefully get that all figured out. Considering how many tattoos you've had so far, you've done pretty well, not to have your reaction. That's why it's so weird to me on it first, is all the others were fine. Like, the first one, Shenron up here, I had that on, like, I did the first one, and then you're supposed to replace it after 24 hours. And, like, he had it on for a week, and he was fine. He just itched as the tattoo was healing. Everything on the upper arm was fine. But my forearm, for some reason, can't do it. Can't hang. I don't know why. Vegeta, welcome in! Resub time! Thank you so much for resub time for 22 months of support. Thank you, thank you. How are you today? How is everyone's weekend? What have we been up to? I've been watching all of the Summer Game Fest stuff. So all the new video game announcements. Got some chores and stuff done yesterday. We got our new shower door in yesterday for the bathroom remodel. Was kind of a pain in the butt, but it's in. What else? Worked on her for a little bit. I've been building Imperial Fists, so those will be coming to stream here soon. I've got the Heavy Intercessors left. I, like, started them and then realized I wasn't feeling great, so decided to leave them for another day. We've got Heavy Intercessors on the way. Mikey, welcome in! How are you? Ah, thank you! I was trying to pull in more of the blue, since she's got very, very, very pale skin. I think I got it. We'll probably do some more glazing a bit later, but I wanted to get the other details in first. But thank you. How are you today? Anyone else doing some hobby today? What we got, chat? I may try and build those Imperial Fists today. We'll see how I feel. Big Buzz, that's right. Goth Girl Summer. How are ya? Welcome, welcome. Trying to get all this hair started. So it's all airbrushed at the moment. Yeah, so I did some shading from underneath. I did some shading from the top with the blue. And then I came back in with a few skin tones over that. And then, yeah, probably later I'll add a bit more of the glazing by hand. But I like to do the airbrush as a good start. It gets me a lot of the way. Hey, Azuki, welcome in. Playing Genshin. Getting Z-Apocalypse Survivors worked on, despite my white primer. Oh, chalking up the surface. That is the hard part with the white for priming. How are you today? Welcome in. I tend to avoid it because of that. I tend to do just a black primer and then I'll do white over it if I need a zenithal. So like regular white paint. Oh, I just realized I got paint on her face. I'm sad about it. Let's see if it's too late. It probably is. Okay, that's fine. distracted. I didn't see it. Like, yeah, sorry. Genshin impact. Didn't get up here. Continuing the never-ending project, my tiny Civil War dudes today. Let's go. How many more tiny dudes do we have to go? Hey, Madison, welcome in. How are you? Doing well. Just got done with the Shadowrun session. Currently kit bashing, waiting for the plastic on his head to stick together. Nice. Is that for the challenge mini? Or you got another conversion you're working on? Thank you. We've added one. Yesterday's future game show. Oh, the lady talking about the Tyranids? Yes, I did hear that. Yep. I was kind of in and out while you guys were still watching. Might have to go darker blue. It's not quite what I had in mind. It worked well on the skin. I think we'll have to go darker for the hair. That's okay though. Just stick that back out. That's okay. I feel like maybe we highlight first and then we'll come back for that shade a little bit. So let's do that. Trying to decide how yellow I want to go right off the gate, or if we want to do some rack earth and then bring in the yellow, which is probably what we're going to do. Let's give it a shot. And use that Brattle Candy and the white primer. Just use the airbrush with the Stynal Res. I prefer that. I usually prefer airbrush, but I mean, it's worth trying and see which one you like. Which one's easier for you. Avian, thank you so much for that sub for 60 months of support. Thank you, thank you. We're here to watch Skin be painted. Will is in shambles. He's not here. I think, I don't know if I've scared him off or... haven't seen him this morning. What'd you up to, Avian? Thank you so much for that sub. You get... There should be a new emote for you. It should be Nikki K Yap. If you want to use that. Enjoy. Should be a... No. You get Pop and Yap. Nids on Terra, I know. Let's see. Oh, I think I'm a son from Big Boss. Let's see. Base is about 250. If they're individuals, not strips of dudes, about 5,000. That's insane. So many Civil War dudes. I think Will's always in shambles. It's part of his charm. I believe so, yeah. That's his secret. He's always in shambles. It's for the big Griffin Rider conversion. I think it might be a bit too big of a stretch to count it for skin challenge. It's a tiger lion skin, but it's not the same square. No, it counts. No, that absolutely counts. Don't worry about that. You've got plenty of stuff you're working on. Honestly, the biggest thing for, like, not counting is just, like, not really having skin to work on. But even then, we're allowing, like, squads and things, so I wouldn't worry about that. I think you're good. I will be doing a tracking post later today for the June challenge as well. So if you guys want to hop in, that's in our Discord. Oh, internet's back. Welcome back, Ravenlord. Twitch heard me complain about their app. Decided you don't like the layout? No internet for you. What did they change with the layout? Like, what would be one of the big changes with mobile? Anyone else tuning in from mobile? Did I have to skip this one? Nah, throw it in. Throw it in. Basically, if you can argue for skin tones, you're in. Obviously, the idea, and if anyone has, like, something like this, or a bust or something in the backlog, that's kind of the intent, but if you don't, grab something with skin tones. Throw it in. Let's get that backlog painted. That's how you put the yap emote. It works pretty well, right? That was the one time, I guess the file actually wasn't big enough. I had to go and make my dumb face a little bit bigger so it would work, but I got it. Mobile is always changing stuff, so just ignore it. Yeah, there's also Yap Avian so there's Pop and then Yap is the one. I don't notice most of the changes, that's fair. I feel like whenever they do the updates, a lot of them are so minor that I don't notice. And then I don't use mobile unless I have to, so I don't know what would have changed. There. Look at me yapping. So I want to make sure you found it, Avian. The homepage is now auto-playing any of the streams you follow, it seems. Played out in a short snow look. Oh, interesting. I'm gonna have to take a look at that and see how it pops up. It also seems like mobile equals no ads ever. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. Twitch app functionality is leaps and bounds above Kick. Oh, well, yeah. In addition to everything else that plays, the app is just bad. Yeah, Kick is awful. Kick is awful. Just across the board. I mean, Kick is just copies everything Twitch is anyway, so. You have a copycat without the developers. What you got? When do we get slam slappin'? What are we requesting, Amy? What is that? I think. For those who have been watching Summer Game Fest, what are we excited for? Sounds like Honor First excited for Space Marine. I downloaded a couple demos and tried them last night. I tried Dungeon Crawler, which is a cute little dungeon crawl. But you get your weapons through a claw machine, so you actually have to grab your daggers and shields. And then the order that you get those, you fight the dungeon. So I was throwing warhammers at things, and there's a poison mechanic, all kinds of cool stuff. There's different characters you get to play. That was really cute. I'd probably get that if it's depending on price. I would get that probably when it comes out. I also tried a cute little platformer with a little bat, but I'm awful at platformers, so I didn't get very far. I realized I was gonna get frustrated, so I just closed it. I was already frustrated. I didn't need that. It was super cute. I wish I was better at platformers, but I've never seen an ad on Twitch. Am I just special? So the only way you wouldn't see an ad, from my understanding, is if you're subbed, you won't see ads here. If you have Twitch Turbo, you won't see ads anywhere. So if you watch a lot of little streamers, and you a lot of people will do it because obviously you can't afford to sub to everyone. Turbo's great for that, but you wouldn't get ads through Turbo as well. If you watch lots of streamers, that's a good way to still support, but not have the ads. You must be thinking me rare, very streamer to streamer. Next week is Canadian Game Expo. Should be presenting more of Space Marine 2. I don't think I need to see anymore, honestly. I'm just ready to play. I know it'll be fun. It's got co-op. I'm excited to hop in. I don't think I need to see anymore. I'm good just waiting. A lot of people are like, let's see the big Tyranids and stuff. It's no, I want to see it when I see it in game. I wanna go screaming, running away from the big Tyranids when I find them in game. Don't show them now. Show them later. How many of those things? Maybe I'm just a glitch in the Matrix. Maybe, yeah, you're just the chosen one. I don't know. Interesting. Maybe. Because I think even if you have an ad... Well, you're talking mobile. I was going to say maybe an ad blocker, but I think they even get around those now. So I don't know. Painted So, welcome in. How are ya? We are working on Summer Goth from Kingdom Death. This is for my June challenge. What you up to? The same way that Age of Sigmar RTS had one job, to not look like Dawn of War 3. Space Marine 2 just had one job. Look like Space Marine 1. Yeah. I feel pretty... I'm afraid to say it. I think they'll be fine. I think they understand. I think they'll be okay. I feel more confident about Space Marine 2 than I do other Warhammer video games. Feel more confident. I'm trying to decide when we start to dip into our yellow. Let's go ahead and do Pallid Witch Flesh, and then we'll start to bring in some of the yellow. We hope, we pray. We need to see Nikki and Slam play. Nikki laughing at Slam is double teamed by Norn. Yep. I mean, if Slam's able to, as far as work and stuff, I would love to stream it. We'll have to see closer too. Space Marine 2, the spiritual opposite to Helldivers 2. Instead of running away from the big bug, you'd be running at the big bug. That's right. I think Space Marine 2 will be great. I think so. I feel better about it. I think, like, of the Warhammer, like, video games, Space Marine 2, that's a good one. I'm glad we're getting a Mechanicus 2. Are there any other Warhammer games you guys are looking forward to? Because we just had the Skulls event. I feel like Mechanicus 2 was the one that kind of stood out. You are able to. Let's go. Let's go. I'd like to stream it if we can. We're gonna have big bugs and Helldivers. Big gun. That's all you need, right? Big gun. Let's Scott stream with Nikki. He has work. Scott's got one of those, you know, real people jobs. If he wanted to, he sure could. We'll see. Gotta wait for reviews, etc. But Mechanicus 2 and Space Marine 2 for me. I'm sorry, just Mechanicus 2 and Space Marine 2, yeah. I think that was really all for me, too. I ended up uninstalling Bolt Gun. I, like, got to a large area, and I was just like, I don't really care about this. And I just closed it. I was gonna try and finish it before, like, the new expansion or whatever they have coming. I just don't care enough. I have fought the same enemies over and over and over, and that's fine. I saw it. Did you paint the fishnets? So I did. They are sculpted on. So the art does not have it, but it is sculpted. It's still very tedious even with the sculpting. But we did paint the fishnets, yeah. I had to wait and see how she was going to say that. Hey, man, thank you so much for the bits. I appreciate it. Thank you, bot lady. Same. Same. Thank you for the support. I need more of my paint. Hold on, chat. Sitting and praying Fat Shark can crank out more Darktide stuff on a faster basis. Yeah, I feel bad. I was really excited for Darktide, but until there's like an actual story mode and progression, I don't care about Darktide. The game's a disappointment to me, unfortunately. A while from the final boss is, oh, it's a Hierophant Biotitan. Let's go. That'd be pretty sick. It has a QR code in the back. You scan it and it takes you to the forward roll page. It's just like, you thought that was cool. You can have your own. Voice of mine, hello. How are you? Well, it's so hype for the stream. I don't see the all capital letter typing. Did he flee at the sight of Kingdom Death? It's so powerful. Could be. Could be. What you up to, Waste of Mine? We're talking video games as you come in. Anything from Summer Game Fest you're excited for? I thought Devolver was pretty tame this year. Interesting. I was expecting some very meta presentation like usual. It was a little quieter this year. Virtual Page is temporarily out of stock. New players get the real Games Workshop experience right off the bat. It'll be after the price increase, too. I played no Helldivers. I'm not interested. No Helldiving. Just realized Space Marine 2 comes out a week before I get my chain sword tat. Nice. So much to look forward to. Yeah, I can't do the if the entire gameplay loop is like go do a mission and then go do another mission and then go do another, like, not really story progression or things like that. I don't care. I lose interest really quickly. So like Darktide, Helldivers, I can play them for like a day and then I'm kind of done, you know? Now if there's a story you're progressing through, like Vermintide had more of a story, or like was it Back for Blood, where you actually have things you're accomplishing. Those I can hang on for a little bit longer. I tend to prefer that. But if it's literally just squat up, go again. It's It's fine. Says, nope, I mostly play MMOs, which is a dead genre. Still need to finish Endwalker's last few things. Been Guild Wars 2. So not even RPGs wasted my. Interesting. I think for me, I see MMOs as just like an online RPG. So I would have thought maybe more of the RPG stuff. Today is Xbox's today, which I'll miss. I'll have to catch up after stream. And the PC gaming show is today. Anyone's wanting to catch some of the not E3. Summer Game Fest, that's today. Yeah, I don't know what to expect from Microsoft. I guess that would be the one place that would have Silksong. So I guess we would finally maybe get Silksong. Since they have it coming to Game Pass. I don't know what else to expect. I guess more Fable? Yeah, closing more... Yeah, I don't know what's left. What is left to put a game out? I hate to say it that way, but, like, we're kind of at that point. What hasn't been closed or canceled at this point for them? Use interest in single-player RPGs. That's so interesting. Okay. Play Baldur's Gate with Wasted Mind? I mean, if you don't like RPGs, go immediately to Baldur's Gate, so... That's pretty rough. That's pretty rough. I think the ones I finished were Kodar 1, 2, and... Oh, and you did finish Baldur's Gate 3. I feel in the need for story. Gameplay alone quickly loses interest too. Yeah, Thank you, Vegeta. I feel like sometimes with some of these games, like I'm in the minority, but yeah, if I don't feel like I'm actually progressing, like that I'm doing something for a reason, I'm gonna go do something else. Yeah. I like Cyberpunk because I didn't like the main story ending. I knew it was coming, did everything else in the game, and then quit. That's fair. I have tried to get back to Cyberpunk and I can't do it. It's just not for me, which is weird because, like, on paper, it should be for me. But every time I try, I get bored. I don't like that my controller doesn't work with it. I don't know. I think it's part of it's like the start of the game, immediately going into like the brain dance sequences and things I really didn't care for. I've tried. I want to like that game. Investments instead of products have a stupid % return. They don't, because a lot of games are shot and made. They stick to Game Pass and everything. Yeah, it's interesting to see now that Game Pass has been out for a bit. But I don't know. There's a lot of issues at the moment. But I genuinely don't know what to expect from Microsoft today. I don't know what's left to expect, I guess, is part of it. I'm gonna skip over to her bow and let the hair have a moment. I need to get some more colors to balance out where I want it. So we're gonna do Mephisto, and I'm looking for corn red though. I'm gonna start a little darker. Loved Divinity Original Sin 2, never finished the first area. What's the game code's hyped for? Probably get the studio closed when it doesn't sell. I haven't been able to tune in. I don't know which one you'd be talking about. I heard we're getting a new Doom at the Xbox show. Hey, Salamander, how are you? Yeah, I think I did hear the same rumor. I mean, I'm always down for more Doom. I will say, though, I think I prefer 2016 to Eternal. So, I guess we'll see. New Doom always a good time, though. What you up to today? You guys will have to let me know. It starts here in about half an hour, so I'll be streaming. Usually they were at noon my time, and I would just, like, end stream a little early, but this time they're a bit earlier, so we'll just stream and I'll catch up later. Or if you guys want to let me know in the chat, that's fine. Avowed, yeah. I have that on my wish list too. I hope that's good. I hope it does well. I'm gonna be really sad. Hey Hey, NetJam, you also like 2016 better? Why did you feel that way? I think I like the level design better. Something just clicked more for me. I don't really care for the grappling as much. Like, it's cool, but I don't need that in Doom. I don't know. I just like the design and everything of 16 a bit better. Felt a little more grounded, I guess. Funky, welcome in. I quit Cyberpunk because the quest was like, you did well, but everything still sucks. Gotcha. That's fair. I feel like it was too much extra stuff for me, where I just wasn't connecting to the characters, and it just didn't grab me the way that I really thought it would. Oh, good, I agree. 2016 is better, yeah. I've not watched any. Is there anything of interest from Game Fest? I added about, oh god, like 15 indie games is what I've added so far. So I think it depends what you're looking for, Avian. If you're like me and you like more of the smaller indie stuff, Eaten Well. If you're looking for like big COD type announcements, probably pretty weak for you. Depends what you're looking for, I guess is my answer. Probably new Doom is no more Mick Gordon OST because of what happened with Eternal. That's true, that'll be interesting. She's got little red ribbons on her arms as well. Get those. Where's my Duke Nukem announcement? From any of the, well, it's been going on for 2 whole days here, so it depends what you're looking for, maybe. The things I'm excited for, like a COD bro would not be excited for, if that makes sense. So are you looking for indie? Are you looking for big stuff? Are you looking for specific genre? It's been 2 full days of announcements, so. 2016 is more like actual Doom, not Doom and an arcade spinoff. Who's ready for Diablo 4 expansion to be the big thing? Oh, that's true. They'd probably be at the, we'll be at the Xbox thing, won't they? I'm good. I'm saying I spent all this money on games and films, and yet they're absolute and total garbage. I clicked on the G.I. Joe game to see what it was. On Indie Bermuda Triangle Age of Sail game? I don't know what any of that is. I don't know what you've got yourself into there, Avian. Doesn't seem there's any external input or common sense. Let's see, the fact it's not a AAA game, you build the ships, I think. Looks interesting. I think that's I guess what I'm hinting at, is there's so many cool indie games that finding the type of game you're looking at would be whether or not you think there are announcements this week. For me, who likes to try all the smaller games, eating very well. There's a lot of stuff that I've added to my list. If you don't do so much of that, then it might be a quieter game fest for you. That makes sense. Good your game. Oh, it was on your Steam page. The COD games make them a crap ton of money, so it's the only sense they see. Yeah, that's where Microsoft is at firmly right now. Streamer content galore. Do you guys see the new Rage game? The egg game? That's gonna be everywhere. Where you're an egg trying to roll up to the top of like a chicken coop. That's gonna be everywhere. Roguelike enjoyers definitely eating. Yes, a lot of roguelite. So yeah, if you like that, if you like kind of the more cozy games, a lot of those, which is great. I can only play so many of those, but there's so many options now. It's really cool. Sorry, trying to get some more paint on my palette. My paint pots are dying on me. Hades 2 1.0, so I can play. Have you watched more Free Run? I have watched, I think, through episode 4 now. We watched a little bit more the other night. So we've met our next party member. Is the most I'll say without spoiling anything. Who I really like. So that's where we're at. I need Killer Bean. Killer Bean did look fun. It did look fun. Not my normal go-to, but it looked fun. Yeah, I watched a little bit more Frieren. I watched the first 2 episodes of Dungeon Meshi, which is also really cute, and I'm gonna keep watching that. We finally got back to some X-Files, which was fun. We're still cruising. We're in season 9. We're still cruising. Anyone else watching anything good right now? We can see what streamers play to get a good overview. I'm trying to think what other games I've seen that I'm really excited about. Dungeon Crawler was cute. The one I'm really excited for is Neva, which is from the people who did Grease, or Gris. It is another kind of very pretty, emotional platformer with a doggo. I know I'm going to bawl my eyes out and enjoy the whole thing, so I'm excited for that. They showed the new Dragon Ball game, which I'm excited for. I'll play that. What else have I been excited for? I think those are the big ones for me. Everything else was kind of like a nice surprise, or I've thrown it on the wish list to like keep an eye on. You dig an Agent Doggy? I like him. I don't like that when he was introduced, everyone else just got really stupid for some reason. I don't know why everyone started making just really dumb decisions, like, as he comes on. So yes and no, I guess. I really don't like Reyes. I think she makes... I don't know. I want to like her, but I don't. Doggett I'm fine with. But then, yeah, Scully just changes a lot, and I don't like that. I want smart Scully back. I'm watching the streamer called Nikki. She seems pretty interesting. She's alright. She's alright. But yeah, Doggett's okay for X-Files. It's a different show without Mulder. It's just a different show. Like, it's not X-Files. It's just not. It's a fine show, but it's not X-Files. That's my hot take. Probably not very hot, but it's my take. Season 8, I have to think about it, because we've been just binging them back to back. What happened in the finale? Oh, I mean, yeah, I guess. I guess it was intense. I'm glad they did what they did at the very end. But Reyes is awful. Doggy grows into a wonderful flower. Yeah. I want to like her, but I just don't. And I don't think I will, and that's okay. I want to. Doggett's fun, though. I like every time Slam and I'll make fun of this. Every time he's just like, tell me what the hell is going on. He's just like the audience insert, and I appreciate that. We are also like, tell us what the heck is going on. I appreciate that. Always weird in long-running series when a character clearly had a stroke, because how sharply their personality changes between seasons. It's so weird waste of mine. And maybe it's just more obvious, because, like, obviously we're binging through them. But it's just, like... There are straight-up times where, like, Slam and I are like, you remember that time you were, like, abducted? We had to come, like, save you from Antarctica? Like, did you just forget all that? Like... Did you just forget that these things happened to you? She's like, that couldn't possibly, like, be real. And we're like, really? Really? I'm gonna hate Reyes in the revival seasons. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I already don't like her, so that's gonna be rough. Oh well. We're doing it. We're committed. We're doing it. But they never, yeah, it's just like, did you forget? These baby bird, yeah, well on the run. Yeah, it was alright. I don't know. I think it does tie back to what I'm talking about, where it's like, they just kind of forget that that happens. Because, like, that'll happen, and then she just, like, a few episodes later, she just trusts a random lady with her child, and it's like, but wait. Like, I thought we were being careful now. No. No. Model skin tone's very undead. She's very, very pale. Yeah. I tried to bring in some cooler colors, and she is very, very pale. We're still gonna probably come back with some glazes for it, but I'm happy with where it's at right now. I think it's supposed to be male skin Scully. Writers turned him into... Back then, people did not like the change. Yeah, I think Daggett's fine. You did get the, like, cool moments of a little bit of growth. Slam and I mostly laugh because, like, every episode he just gets the shit kicked out of him. So, like, it's not an episode until Doggett's been absolutely beaten the heck up. An episode the other night, he straight up looked like a zombie. That's how much they beat him up. It was rough. Seems like Humanity used up its good entertainment brain in the 90s. Everything else is downhill. Now it's just, you know, picking a book, bringing that to TV, but putting your own spin on it. That's all you do. And once you've destroyed that book, you move on to the next one. I need coffee, go get it, waste mine. Slice says that's Dark Oath Chieftain, finished up. 5 writers next, let's go. Here I am, still working on my first mini. Like a pleb. Awesome, Sly, keep it rolling. They beat up the male characters a lot. Skinner and Mulder have been beaten up more than once. They have. It seems like Dog gets every episode, though. Like, yes, those two have absolutely taken some beatings. But, like, they really like to just beat up Doggett. That poor dude can't catch a break. He's the tough guy, gotta humble. Maybe. Feel bad. See, what else? That's kind of been it. It's been lots of watching Game Fest, watching other stuff when we can. I feel bad because, like, all of my video game time right now is just waiting for Elden Ring. It's just kind of, like, poking at some smaller stuff until Elden Ring is out. I had a moment where we were trying to get our D&D group back together, and then I realized it would be the weekend of Elden Ring, and I was like, actually, I can't. Sorry. Sorry. I can't actually meet that weekend. Alright. I'm gonna get this bow worked up and see how bright we're gonna take it before I do too much more hair, so we can kind of match everything. Brutal. I've been waiting for Elden Ring DLC since I finished Elden Ring, so they can wait. They can wait. Anyone else going to be playing the Elden Ring DLC? Excited for that. I want to get back to some Monster Hunter. All the previews for the new one for Wilds. As we want to go back. Play some more Rise. Let's see. This week for stream, I really want to bring on more of the Thousand Suns. So, end of last week, I was building a bunch of Imperial Fists. They need to be primed. They're not quite ready for stream yet. Thousand Suns, though, I've got Aramon. I've got Magnus that needs airbrushing. I want to start bringing some of those on. The Imperial Fist is a lot of kind of batch painting, so I'm trying to decide what I bring on. I don't want to bring on too much batch painting. But it is Assault Intercessors, we have a Blade Guard Ancient, we've got Cataphracti Terminators, and then Heavy Intercessors. So, oh, and Inceptors. I'm trying to decide what I want to bring on from that without too much batch paint burnout. What's everyone else working on this weekend? What projects have we got, chat? I want to get back to my Bushido at some point too, so I'm kind of keeping that as a backup, I guess, for stream. If we don't have something for that day, I'm gonna get the Bushido back out and keep poking at them. Tried to grind some Cursed City zombies, nice. Sounds like a good plan to me. Are you trying to get more of Cursed City to done just in general? Or did those just seem fun at the moment? The magic word! You guys want to check out some Bushido? Exclamation Fireforged. Got this guy I want to get back to. I actually am really happy with how the color scheme's coming together. Let me get the other guy too. So there they are. I need to get back to them at some point here. It's been really hard painting the last couple days with the tattoo healing. I've had to put a towel here for my arm to rest on, and still can't do it like all day like I normally can paint. It's been kind of tough this week. Getting all the gangs right. I've got that is Shio, and then I've got Inari's Judgment that I also need to finish up. We got a lot done on Inari's Judgment, but we have got kind of final highlights and basing and all of that still to do, so still a fair amount left. So we're gonna Takashi and then onward to Goblins. Very nice. There's my orange. Speaking of Kingdom Death, my Frog Dog box came in. So we have Frog Dog from the Kickstarter. I haven't actually opened the box yet, but that came in. I also got the Roll Survivors, but that poor box got crushed in the mail. The minis themselves look okay, but that poor box. We got more Kingdom Death coming in. Got so much stuff to work on, chat. I have to figure it out. Frog Dog. Yep. He's a gross looking little dude. If the box was open, I would show you, but I haven't opened it yet. I also got from the Reaper Kickstarter that I backed a while back. I did the 30th anniversary dragon. So that came in. I need to unbox that as well. It was like the one thing I did want, just because we didn't do a lot of the... I didn't actually paint a lot of the Bones Kickstarter, because we moved to the screen for D&D. So I haven't needed to paint baddies or anything. But I did want the cool dragon, so I got that. And then I think I'm on... Other than Sigmar box, I think I'm on hobby spending freeze here for a while. It'll just be Kickstarters and stuff I've already paid for. Alright. I think that's a good... I think I want to do a little bit of orange just because that bow is pretty large. So having some more contrast on that does help. But I think that's at a pretty good level. I'll have to go back to the hair here in a moment. Is there any other hobby news I'm missing, chat? What are we excited for Warhammer wise? We will have pre-order article later today. Obviously Sigmar is coming. What are we excited for? I'm trying to remember, what's the pre-order this week? Is it Darko? No, those came out. I can't keep up anymore. Remind me, I still have Sophie. Oh, and Motorcycle from the Bones Kickstarter way back in the day. Their Sophie models are pretty cute. All kinds of fun themes for it. How many years are we in the 40K current edition? Was it last year? Yeah, it was last year. Kind of excited for Age of Sigmar 4. If it's fun, kinda. I'm excited to try it. I think if we end up like not liking it or not being able to get back into 40k, I do want to try like one-page rules so we can still play something with our toys, even if we don't like the current edition. Yeah, I'm excited to give it a shot. Decided not to buy codexes for armies I don't play enough. I'm also in that boat. I don't think I'm going to buy any books until I know we're going to be playing. I used to try and like keep up as I go, but I can't do that now. My group is looking forward to new Spearhead rules, whatever that may be. Yeah, I'd like to try that too. If that is, if that's what Combat Patrol was supposed to be, then I'm excited to give that a shot. Hey Gary, welcome in. Have you always been into painting figures, or did you start with basic art first? So I've done like some artsy things before, but I would say miniatures is the first one that I've really like stuck to. Welcome on in, how are you? So I started with miniatures because my husband, then boyfriend, had them out on his desk when we were first dating, and I asked about them. And he kind of told me, like, in a nutshell what Warhammer was, and was like, well, that seems fun, I want to try that. And it's his fault that I'm now doing this full time. No, I fell in love with it, and I've been doing it since. So that was 40k 6th edition. That's when I got sucked in. And now branching out to other games and stuff. But I love it. How are you today? Aven says, I didn't have my Dark Angel, my Orcs. I think I'm good. Did pick up the Necrons, though. Like, if it wasn't Skaven for Age of Sigmar, I'd be fine just waiting. But it is Skaven, and I love Skaven, so. I'll pick up the Skaven goodies. Trying really hard to get back into 40k. I can't maintain any hype. I'm switching back over to Heresy. Been enjoying that much more. I think just don't fight it. I think just, yeah, go with what you're enjoying at the moment. I don't think it's worth fighting. Especially with, like, the money involved. To, like, fight it. Go with what you're feeling. I feel like I was that for a while, where I was just, like, kind of fighting it. And now I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna work on other stuff. It's there when I want to get back to it, right? Like, Warhammer comes and goes. Between codexes, rule sets, FAQs. It comes and goes. I know it's there when I'm ready to come back. Yeah, it's not going anywhere. If new wolves don't get me excited when they come out, I might just sit the rest of 10th out. Yeah, I'm okay just painting for now. for 40k. I'm okay with that. Benita, you're welcome now. Fantastic, thank you for asking what happened to your arm. I had, unfortunately, I got the color work on my next tattoo. I had an allergic reaction to the second skin that they put on. So that clear bandage that they put on, I had a reaction. So this is nicer to look at than my busted up arm. This is for you guys, not for me. But yeah, it's healing. It's just gonna take a little bit. But it's my poor tattoo. You can see part of it. So you can see there's Piccolo, and you can see here where it's really red. My whole arm is like that, unfortunately, right now. So, but they have their color. They are healing okay. Like, they're peeling right now, this way a sunburn would. But the skin around it is very, very angry, and it hurts. Let's keep it covered up for now. Kill Team's been a bunch of fun too. I'm glad. I don't know that I'm interested in playing Kill Team, but I'm glad you're enjoying it, and others seem to be enjoying it. I feel moments of 40k hype, but it's like a FOMO box, and it's gone. That's fair. But I mean, I know you've been in the hobby long enough to know that it'll come back around. So. I think that's my thing for 40k, is if I'm just not feeling it, I'll just put it away for a little bit, and that's okay. Maybe I'll like the new edition or the new book a bit more and get it back out. Warhammer's like MMO in that regard. Yeah, sometimes you're just not feeling it, and that's okay. You can watch from the sidelines of it. Exactly. Exactly. That's kind of the nice part if they're always changing and updating, right? If you don't like this one, another one will come. See if that's more your jam. Like, I loved 8th edition. 8th edition was so much fun. I played more Warhammer that edition than I have in a long, long time. But that was after 7th edition, which I really hated. And I stopped even painting for 7th. That's how much I didn't like 7th. So you just wait and see what they do next. Or just been painting and playing lately. 10th is kind of bleh. Big same on 8th. Yeah, like, let's just all go back to 8th. I think knowing that it comes back around, that was helpful. Or if you decide, I don't want to do the waiting, just cash out, sell what you got. That's okay too. There are so many other little games to check out too. Obviously, there's Bushido, there's Malifaux, there's something like Kill Team. So many cool little games if you're just not feeling it. I mean, the other game I'm watching and kind of excited for is the Trench Crusade stuff. Got that kind of religious horror vibe that I really like. And once they've got some more like minis out, we're gonna check that out for sure. Alright, I'm gonna start to do the underside of her hair. I won't highlight this as much, obviously, because it is in shadow. Let me pull out these kind of clumps of hair. I'm gonna ask chat. Chat, for those who have been playing 40k for a while, what's been your favorite edition? What have you played the most in? I played a fair amount of 6 since we got started. I really didn't like 7th. That was also with, like, Taudar and all that, and it was just stupid. I stopped playing in 7th. Came back for 8th. Didn't care for 9th. Every other edition's been good to me. But I just kind of paint for the ones that I don't like. Who's welcome in? How are you? 4th is your favorite. 3rd for Scott. Welcome in. How are you? I played a lot of 9th early on. Oh, in the Crusade format. Played a lot of 5th because those are my early days. 3rd and 4th are pretty great. I feel like that's what a lot of people say when I ask the question. It's like right around that time, a lot of people put in a lot of game time. It was unfortunately before me, so I can't comment, but it seems to be when a lot of people did. I think my favorite was end of 9th before the Desolators, possibly now? Interesting. Feel like you're the minority here so far. 8th was fun though. Something, what was 90s, late 90s? Not sure. I haven't been right up in Death or Glory in a Rhino. See, there you go. That's what you need. I played most in 3rd, because otherwise I'd have to do homework. Popping the Rhino, proceeding to kill everything inside. See, that's fun. That's fun. I feel like, for me, the big change with them, like, trying to be more tournament friendly. Like, as soon as I started to do more of that, I don't have as much fun with it. Like, 9th was all bookkeeping, and I hated it. Alright. Hair's not perfect, but we're going to move on for right now, because I'm spending too much time on it. Rogue Trader 2nd and 3rd were huge changes from Edition. Edition all were fun, but in different ways. Does he mean the minority? Let's chat into competitive play. I don't even know. I guess for those who do tournaments, how do we feel about current rule set versus... versus previous edition? Sorry, I didn't finish my thought there. Ugh, sorry. 10th is okay. 10th still feels... I feel like it wasn't as bad as 9th, but there's still a fair amount. Alright, we're We're gonna work on our little studded belt for a little bit. I love that she has the studded belt, like... Who had this belt in high school? Like, the studded... the studded emo belt. Who had it? Who had it? I saw the second edition rulebook. Those rules were awful, but so much fun. I like the new Chaos book, except for losing the Marks of Chaos outside of the detachment. Yeah, I hadn't looked at it too much. I've heard kind of bits and pieces here and there. I had that thought of like, well, maybe I should start looking for Emperor's Children, but I don't know how much I'm gonna spend. I'll be honest. Like I've got a collection of some Chaos stuff I could get together, but between price increases and just G-dubs in general, I don't know how much I'll spend on a full Emperor's Children release. Obviously, it's a bit off, but like a while off, but I think Heroes are very solid, has very little jank misinterpretation. I don't like how some might function, especially the combat phase. That's fair. I will say that the legalese of the rules, when I have to like stop and reread a part of rules, I get very annoyed. Just with the way that they have to like work in the keywords and the legalese of it. As a beer and pretzel player, it gets frustrating sometimes. And you have to do that. Wait, let me reread that. That gets a little... That's a harder sell for me. I have it on being keyword undivided. Oh, it makes it a pain in the butt. I'm assuming because then it doesn't work with other keywords. Like the marks and stuff. Alright, getting there. It's coming together. Gonna try to put money in it instead of buying regular Chaos Marines, then buy Emperor's Children if you feel it, or something else if you don't. That's a good shout. I think I'll probably just focus Skaven here for a little bit, and something else comes up, we'll figure it out. Here are people just like 9th and 10th. However, they're a vast step up from 8th. 8th is literally hold and kill to win. It's full of auto-lose secondary objectives that hard count your army. These things still exist, but you only get a few points for it. I just feel like 8th was way more intuitive. It was easier to hop into a game, build a list. I'm trying to think like what complaints I had about 8th specifically. It's been a little bit now. I don't know, 8 felt very easy to hop in and get a game. And I just haven't felt that from the new edition. It just feels like it's harder and harder for new people. Some things are just more and more convoluted. Characters can only join units of the same keyword. Undivided keyword rule is garbage. Ooh, rerolls 1 to hit. So not worth taking. Go ahead and do... Get some more white. Then looks something like Maelstrom decks, but improved it by removing faction, specific objectives, or either terrible or free points. Fierce Lion, hello! How are you today? Welcome in. Thank you for that sub for 36 months of support. Thank you. What you up to today? We're kind of talking current editions and like what edition everyone liked to play. I've told chat that it's like every other edition that I like to play. But I'm okay just painting for some of them. Yeah, what do we think of current edition, and when have you played the most? Ninth Army rules were way too bloated, yeah. It was the index rule set that made things easy. That's a good shout, Scott. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I just want something I can put together easily. I feel like now, like, I always feel for the beginners. Like, the people that come in and chat is like, I want to get started, but I don't know how. And I'm just like, I don't even know the best way to help you. Because they've made some of this so difficult as far as, like, knowing what to get, what to add on. They don't make it easy. And I'm sorry, I read that. Wasn't planning to do anything new this edition, then I saw a Thousand Suns boarding action box at the local store. It's hard to say no to that deal, that's fair. Especially if it's something you've been looking at for a while. It's nice when you do find those boxes that have, like, exactly what you want. Because you do know that you get a deal with it, too. Titan, welcome in! Doing okay here, how are you? We are working on our Summer Goth from Kingdom Death. This is part of my June challenge for our skin tones. Trying to get all of our little accessories and things kind of together today. How are you? I was building a bunch of your Imperial Fists the other day. I've got the Heavy Intercessors left. And then I owe you an email about the Terminators, because they don't come with the weapon options you had picked for them. So I will email you here probably tomorrow first thing. But I put them on the back burner for right now. But just a heads up, in case you wanted to look at your list building. I think it comes with a Heavy Flamer and another option, which didn't have what you were looking for. So you're doing Sisters and Dark Angels this edition. I don't care if Dark Angels are overcosted. Lionel isn't worth it. I'll be putting that beautiful model on the table. Worth it. Worth it for that right there. Soft Cannon probably. Yeah, I don't remember. If this is Terminators from the original box. It's one of the Cataphracti boxes. Unfortunately, I had the Flamer and something else. So I just set them aside for right now. I feel like it was a sergeant weapon, was what I was missing. Like, I think it was a plasma pistol, maybe. That was on Friday, so I'm trying to remember what it was. Their website to easily see all the Bushido models. The official site is giving me and my microscope a hard time. I am actually going to point you toward our new partner, which is Fireforge. So Fireforge is a US distributor for Bushido, and I think their website is much easier to see. You've got larger photos, things are kind of grouped together. I'm going to point you that direction. But yeah, their official website it's rough to look at. It's hard to figure out what you want. But Fireforged, I do have a discount code, so if you do find something you like, there is that code there for 10% off Bushido. So if you do find something, make sure you use that as well. But I do think the photos are easier to look at. I'm very concerned about the new mission pack. Oh, for 40k. Nids are going to die if they don't get points drops with the OC0 change. Oh, okay. Guess we'll have to see, huh? Got into 40k in 9th, so I can speak to those two. 9th was hard to get into. The more I played, the more I understood. 10th got launched, it was easy to understand. It's already familiar with the keyword concept from Star Wars Legion. Can't say which one is better, though. That's fair. No, that's good insight. I think that's exactly... As a streamer, that helps me a lot, because I always think of the people who come in and is like, I'm just getting started. What do I need to know? So I think that's super helpful. Thank you. Warhammer does not make it easy. Kiwi, ooh, you got some kiwi this morning? Remind me closer to article and we'll do a snack too. My plate's up front, but we'll do a snack. Forgot to bring it back after I washed it. We're getting a balance slate along with the new mission deck, so we can hope they took this into account. We can hope. 10th edition swapping everything back to uniform keywords, huge. Yeah, that's true. I worked on the Xbox conference. It is in an hour. Tempting. That's tempting. We'll see. We'll see how we feel, I guess. Might do article and wrap up a little early. I feel like we're making good progress on her, though. I think we're cruising. Frozen on, it's gotta be an hour. Yeah, it must be. It's usually noon, because that's what we would normally do, is I would peace out on chat so I could go watch E3. Okay, if it's in an hour, we may do that, just because my arm's being annoying, and I'm being a grouch, and I want to watch. I want to see what they've got. I'm just curious. Just being a grouch. Spinning question. Doing the skin workout from Monument. Now the brain will not work. How to choose what colors to build such vibrancy? For some reason I can't explain to myself the purple, the green, the brown progression on how it works. Part of that'll be the skin workup. What are we doing a Caucasian? Are we doing a darker skin tone? Are we doing... What are we doing? For me, I like to kind of do the base color of what I'm doing and then glaze back down and glaze up. So part of that will be in the glazes. So if you want to bring in the purple, the blue. The other thing you can do is kind of what oh, you're doing the orcs. That's right. Okay, so you're doing... I would do the greens that you want to do. And then start to shade or glaze that purple in, is where I would start. That's where I would start. The other option is you start with purple and then start building the green on top. But I like to do kind of the base that you want and then glaze up and down. Or layer up and down, depending on which way you're going. My name list is definitely hurt by this. I play Crusher. Losing my scoring score mines heavily weakens my already weak list. On my screen, the Fireforge website, the black header banner fills like half the screen. Can't find the entire picture. Add to trip on save time. Is there any way to minimize that? So I know that I think Mousebait emailed about that exact same thing. So I don't know. So I'm assuming it's from like a website template. I'm guessing is what it is. If you want to submit feedback and just kind of share that. But I think Mousebait did too. So just for like a visibility standpoint. I didn't find a way to do that. So like minimize it. I guess Fireforge should figure in chat. That would be the... Our feedback is maybe it's taking up a little bit of our screen to be able to look at more miniatures at a time. Yeah. Seemed like it was probably like a website template that's causing that. Clark jumping the airhood for the airbrush hood sounds good. I really hate how grumpy my arm is making me. Part of it's I know because I have sensory issues, so the skin feeling really tight and aggravated is insanely distracting. But I'm ready for this to heal. It's too much for me. Following the process. It works. Finish an orc. My brain does not know why it works. Why is the brain block? And if I'll understand, I will improve substantially. I'm trying to come up with the answer you're looking for. Instead of it just like... I mean, it's color theory. So you're rocking the purple and the green together. But I'm assuming you already have kind of thought of that. Trying to think what answer you are needing. Yeah, it's the color thing. Yeah, I mean... This is where someone who's better at teaching would probably have a better idea or better way to explain it to you. Brain just goes done. I can say for myself, like, just seeing it makes it click. I don't necessarily need to put it to words, if that makes sense. Where it seems like maybe you're trying to put it to words. And that's just not how I work. Basically, I see it and go, oh, cool, I'll use that again. And then that's it. That's all I think about it. That's the extent of my thinking. That was cool, I'll do that again. Do I need to know the exact technical reason why? No. Or have it, like, in words for myself? No. I just know it works and I'll use it again. How many tips for stripping Citadel Primer? I know I've asked this once. I've tried LA's Totally Awesome and the Denatured Alcohol. Nature works requires more focus. I'm sorry, more force and exert on the model. The allies works really well for us. Yeah, then the isopropyl or the alcohol. We do that again. We just do, in case anyone's newer to that, you'll just dip it into the iso, scrub the mini, and then you'll want to wash it off really quickly because it can melt your plastic. So you don't want to soak it in that. You don't want to leave it on for too long. Make sure you rinse it off. But that's what we do. It's just a mix of those two. Usually at that point, if there's anything left, it's like just in the recesses or it's so little that it's okay to paint over. So unless I'm like really losing detail, so if it was a Kingdom Death Lady instead of like a Space Marine, then maybe I'd keep working at it. But usually when it's to that point, it's enough to be able to spray back over. That makes sense. I think it was adding more neutral thin colors that cause the green to lighten up over each layer that is applied. The result of a form of glazing, but green. Yeah, you're adding more and more essentially green filters. As you build up, you're leaving more and more of the green as you build. Which is all glazing is. You're just leaving more and more of the color each time. So it's building on each other. I'm going to end up having to buy a third Death Leaper. I'm surprised that the soak and the alcohol is not taking care of that. You might need to... How long are you soaking it? Because in the LAs, you can leave it for... We flat out forgot we had models in it. Like, they're still safe, so... How long are you leaving them in there? You can always scrub, throw them back in, too. It may not be the first time in the cleaner that gets it. Brian, hello, how are you? It's a form of blending. It's not a wet blend. Oh, is that... Okay, that's the missing piece. Yes. If you are glazing over it, you're filtering. You are slowly building up color because you're leaving a little bit of the paint each time you're going over it. And that's what's building up, Avian. So every time you do one of those really thin layers, you're leaving a little bit more green. Does that help? Okay. That was the missing piece. That's what we needed. I wasn't sure what we were missing. Sounds like that was it. Yeah, glazing is just a very slow way of blending. Because you're adding a filter every time over top of what you've already done. It's why I tend to do it until later on. Like, I'll do some glazing on her, but not until the end, probably. Just to refine what I want. Some people can go straight and they'll do the glazing for the whole piece. That makes me a little crazy, because it's a very slow process. But I'll do it for the smaller stuff. But yeah, it's a filter you're adding on top. Just slowly adding whatever that color is. Oh yes, the anti-will model. Today, yes. I wanted to get a good start on our June challenge. I soaked the allies for like a week. Okay, no change really. Tested the alcohol with prime sprue, been a bit. And that's with like an old toothbrush. Scrubbing it off. I'm just checking all possibilities here. Bill, welcome in. How are you? I might go ahead and start her eyes, but I'll leave the rest for after stream. Just because it's very hard to see. Found it easier with a firm toothbrush. But more effective than with a soft brush, yeah. Especially with plastic, it doesn't have to be the super soft bristle. Take a little bit more of a beating. Did you do the tights upstream? I did, just because they're very tedious, and having to be on camera for that's really annoying. So they are sculpted on, so that's not freehand. They're still very tedious, but they are sculpted. She will probably be in their next sale, if I had to guess. If anyone is interested, let me know. She comes with the larger model, and then there's a smaller game version too in the same box. I would have a feeling she's in this month's sale. This month or next month. I picked her up last year, so we're just finally getting to her. What are you up to today, Bill? Like what I glaze. I'm just removing as much paint and water as possible from the brush and put down a thin layer. That's glazing, yep. That's a glaze. With the toothbrush head. I don't know why it would be giving you so much issue time. Usually that gets it for us. So I'm not sure what else to recommend other than, yeah, a little bit of the alcohol and then the soaking. Cake, hello, how are you? Are you ready for more games? Now that we've figured out that the Xbox as it is at noon, I think I'm going to do the article and wrap up then, chat. Would you actually waste some mind if you'd like a snack? I guess we should do that here soon. Or we can wait till tomorrow, either way. My arm is annoying, and I want to watch what Xbox has got, because it's been kind of crazy for Xbox here. Yes? Do you have one picked out, Lace in mind? Xbox has their not E3 thing today, and I don't know what they're going to have. Oh. Let me put up my Be Right Back, because my box is buried. Give me 1 second, chat. Stream Deck. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay. No box avalanche. We're good. We're good. Looked up Redgrass Games painting pad thingy, which is helpful ratios for paint or mixing paints on there. Now you want cake? Go get cake, Avian. Go get some cake. I wish Xbox could figure out Gears and Halo. Xbox needs to figure out something, anything at this point. Anything at this point. They're just gonna lean hard into the Activision. I have a feeling. I'm wondering if like ending at 12 is even worth it for Xbox, if I'm honest. But okay, for anyone coming in, we are working on Kingdom Death today. I wanted a little bit of a Warhammer break, so we're working on this is the Summer Goth, and she's got her fishnet. She's ready for the beach, obviously. She's gonna have the craziest sunburn or tan from these things, but you know that's up to her. Also, from the parasol, could potentially get some crazy sunburn, but. They may show Avowed I'd like to see. Yeah, this is their chance. This is definitely their chance. Alright, let's see. What do we got with this in mind? Is there something you wanted to try? I am up for whatever. So I am kind of interested in these. These look kind of yummy. I think what else we got. I think this is, yeah, the big bag also looks good. You want to do those? Okay. I'm going to leave that open so you guys can read about them. I'm going to try, it looks like this one. Box needs one of each flavor. I think I want to do... I'm guessing that's custard, and this is... Adzuki? I don't know what that is, but we'll try it. It all looks good, exactly. Okay, let's try it. These ninyo-yaki or baked dolls are a cherished treat made specially for the Edo Festival. Baked to perfection, 4 charming designs with moist sponge cake embrace luscious custard and sweet adzuki fillings. That's what we got. Nope. I'm giving you a little background on the mukbang, okay? How are you today? Welcome in. I don't know, sounds good. We might end at noon, Scott, for Xbox, so we might be done. I did yellow. It looks like the little man is what I wanted to try. I don't need the deep mukbang lore you do. I'm giving it to you. Noob, what are you doing today? How's your weekend? Big Boss already rioting. It's been not even a minute. Okay. Here's our little guy. It's very sponge cakey. Smells good to me. Okay. I didn't get any of the filling yet. I do have Partner Plus, yep. So we unlocked the new sub-split. Thank you everyone for all the support. We do have Partner Plus. If you're seeing the tracker, because I'm a partner, it puts it at 300, but we've got it at the 100. So if I get to the 300, that's an even better split. But yeah, so there's kind of two phases of it. But until we have like a big community growth, that other one, we're not gonna hit. Those are for the big streamers, yeah. They get an even better split. They get 70-30. Oh wait, I was tricked. This looks like the custard filling. Pizza with being very mild flavor but super moist. It's very good. It's just not the filling I was expecting. Mm. It's very creamy though, and I like it. These are pretty good. I do like this. I've only heard the word mukbang once. I was in a video about how someone poisoned themselves eating something weird and they barely made it. Holy shit. I really don't like the word, but that's what it is. I'm try the other one tomorrow? Okay. Those are really good. I needed this. This box is full of bangers. If I could afford to get it every month, I would. I absolutely would. Oh. I saw the Trench Crusade site for the minis. So they have a... I think they had a Kickstarter that is funded, and I think more are coming for minis. So I actually follow the sculptors. But I'm not sure where to get, like, more official ones from them. A lot of what I have seen for Trench Crusade are from, like, other games that people are using for it. So I guess if anyone who is more involved with the Trench Crusade stuff, where would we get, like, the official minis and things for it? That was really good. This box is full of bangers, mukbangers. There you go. Where the word comes from, I believe it is from... I don't want to get it wrong. Either Japanese or Korean. Like, it comes from... Is it Korean? Okay, that's what I thought, but I wasn't sure. Yeah, so it's actually from the content creators that would do it there. That's where the word comes from. Someone's at my door. Wonder if it's Sadie. If Scott's leaving, let me open that door for Sadie, actually. 1 second. No one's there, which makes it even creepier. Alright, well, it was nice knowing you, chat. I thought maybe Sadie had pushed up against the door. Or was sniffing around it. Okay, I think I'm gonna work on the parasol for a little bit. So this will fit here. So she is shaded by it a little bit. But it does mean I want to put more of the highlights kind of along here. I'm gonna try and hold it at that angle while we go. Schrodinger Sadie, yeah, I don't know where she is. Sounds like he's left though, which means she's up front. She does that cute thing while she'll just wait up by the garage door until you get back. Or until she gives up. Oh, there we go. There are the words themselves. Eating broadcast. Essentially what it translates to. I just don't like the letter combination. I think it sounds gross, but but that's what it's from. Almost rinsed my paintbrush off on my coffee mug, luckily. Unfortunately, I was out of coffee. Ah, Mouse, thank you so much. That's right. Summer Goth. How are you today? Thank you so much for those bits. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. What you up to today? We are working on our lovely. We were getting some of her accessories and stuff together today. But I kind of want to start on the parasol, so we're starting that right now. think I have made the decision we're going to wrap up a little early today for the Xbox thing, just because my arm is making me cranky and I want to see what they got. Thank you everyone for coming to hang out this morning. Really appreciate it. Ah, thank you. She's been a lot of fun. So this parasol will go here. She's actually covered by it a little bit. I didn't want to go like really extreme shadow since it's her face and everything, but we're getting there. I just think people are eating with their mouths open. I am not the kind to like, I don't like that noise anyway. So even like voice calls and things, I try not to eat on them and things like that. It's not my thing. Not my thing. Not my jam. You have to teach me how to do regular layers. Probably need a yardstick to hit and let me stop glazing. Well, I mean, that is the teaching, right? Go thicker. I mean, right now we're just layering. I'm doing a tiny bit of water, I'm just putting it where I want it. That's it. Later, I glaze to like blend it together. But yeah, just a little tiny bit of water and throwing it on. Any refining I want to do, I will do that later. I do wonder if you took a miniature and just made that your focus. You'd probably learn a lot from just doing something a little different. Even if you decide that's not how you want to go, like, going forward. It might be kind of freeing for you, Avian. Is your body rejecting the streetwear transplant? So I got it all covered because it looks like that all underneath. I had an allergic reaction to the second skin bandage. So I guess if anyone's thinking about a tattoo, this can happen. It's weird because my upper arm did not have this issue. Both of my forearm ones have. So yeah. So if you're thinking about it and you start to see your skin get red, like around the outside here, take the second skin off immediately. I left it on probably a day longer than I should have, just because it was keeping all the plasma and stuff inside. But if you're thinking about getting one and you start to see this, take it off. It just has to heal. I just have wrapped it so you don't have to stare at it this whole time. But it's my entire arm. Which is funny because the actual tattoo is fine. It's just peeling like it normally would. But the reaction, it hurts. Yeah, it hurt. But I will probably be wrapped up the rest of like this week's streams as it heals. Oh, Sarah, and welcome in. How are you? You ever seen a Bat Goth Club videos? It's bats hanging upside down. They're filmed upside down. As they move around, it's like they're dancing, add music, and boom. Instant hilarity. That sounds adorable. I would absolutely watch those. I've seen something similar, but no music. Yeah, I've seen them, like, walking around. I do slap on the base layers on. Just make sure it's smooth. After that, less and less paint's applied. I mean, give it a try. Give some layering some try. I think it might be very freeing for you. Not having to glaze every single thing. At least see if you like it, would be my advice. If you don't, that's cool. You know now. Nurgle has blister. It hurt. So I've actually got a towel here that I can rest my arm on too. I've been having to ice it and take ibuprofen for it. Sucks because I really like the tattoo. It just needs to heal. The tattoo's really, she did an amazing job again, but until it heals up, I can't really show it. Or I don't want to, honestly. Sarah says, I'm good. Back home in Texas, finally. Trying to get my routine back in order after 2 weeks being out of state. It's tough. I hope that you get back in the groove here soon, Sarah. Glad you're back. Welcome back. Hope everything went well. I know you said you were taking care of people and then also having to do some stuff, so hopefully everything okay now. Get it out, Mikey. Have a good one. We'll catch you later. Have a good rest of your day, rest of weekend. What's the fastest way to power, is that power level? In 290 and 14? I think I like to do dungeons. I know there's like what's it called? The really weird dungeon where you have the like different progression, like, system. I always thought that was weird. That didn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I always did dungeons. Streamer, if you leave at noon, who will cover the Sunday preview? They'll have to cover it themselves, I'm afraid. That's a good shout, though. Thank you, Titan. For anyone just joining, we are going to end at noon because Xbox has their not E3 thing today. And frankly, because my arm is making me grumpy. So I'm gonna go get some more ice on it and watch the Xbox thing for today. So thank you everyone who's joined. We will be back tomorrow with some more painting, though. We'll suffer through it tomorrow, but we are going to end a little early today just to go watch the Xbox thing. I am curious to see what they got. If it's more Doom, I'll take that. I'm here for a new Doom. Alright, for the parasol, I'm basically just doing edge highlights at the moment. I do want to lighten up kind of this layer, because in the art here, it's a bit lighter because that lace is a lot thinner. I'm trying to kind of replicate that. So we'll do a couple layers, probably of the gray on that layer, and maybe less on the ones that are the thicker lace. A bit more opaque. Just dunk your arm in a bucket of ice. You have no idea how good that sounds. That sounds amazing. So there's something that they use actually during the tattoo if it starts to get a little rough, and it's just like Bactine, and I might order some of that for myself today to help. JP already talking about Microsoft closing Ninja Theory. Yeah, they have, that was when those other studios got closed. When they're like, oh, they closed studios that don't have games for like a few years. And it's like, oh shit, the Hellblade people have one coming out. They would be in that category, potentially. But yeah, that's the very real, that's the fear, ways of mine. Saw the Thousand Suns, they look great. They're coming along. You need to get Magnus airbrushed. And then, obviously, hopping over some Imperial Fists. Hopefully I can get those built here in the next day or two. Get them finished up. Who's JP? It's a game streamer. Have you tried screaming and, wait, glowing real hard? I haven't tried. I haven't tried glowing. Is that the key? I need to have a glow up? You need some Benadryl type stuff. It helps me when I have allergic reactions. Topical hydrocortisone. I don't know if I can go over the tat. See, I think that's where I'm at. So I had tried Benadryl, but it didn't seem to be doing a whole lot. Scott actually picked up like a spray one when he had some kind of bug bites on his legs. And I need to look up to see if I could use that. Because it's another, like you would use it on poison ivy and bug bites, and it lists sunburn, which is essentially what I've got with the peeling. So I feel like it would work, but I want to do a little bit more research before I just completely fuck up my arm. I don't need more pain. But no, I think you're on the right track, Mousepage, just finding what I can use, I think. That's not going to make it worse. Then I will use it. It just, until then, it hurts. Ninja Theory got close. Unfortunately, people have been speculating that maybe they're not safe. Just because their game just launched. And Xbox did say that, like, they're not done closing things. And it's like, ah, shit. Because if you just released a game, that means you don't have another one in the pipeline just yet. So, based on what they've said, people are nervous for Ninja Theory. Myself included. Spray might be good. Hope something does help. Thank you so much, Mousebait. I appreciate that. Random skin out. It's the most frustrating thing is the top half was fine. But this forearm, just not having it. Not having it. Bill says I broke out in hives the other day. It hasn't gone away yet. I'm so sorry. Ugh. I hope yours also clears out. Silly skin. Just trying to take care of it. Then O2 did really bad. The game's tough, because obviously it's a more niche game, and then you have a sequel of a more niche game. So, like, even if you were interested, you would have had to play the first one. Like, I feel like I'm unintentionally part of this. Like, that's a game that, on paper, I should really love, but I haven't played the first one because I want to make sure I'm in a good headspace for it. So, like, even though that's a game I would probably be interested in, I'm not ready to pick up 2 yet. I'm not spending my money on it yet. And I think it's a lot of that contributes to maybe sales. Bees, welcome in. How are you? That's what I heard, is it's also not as good as the first one. That the puzzles are even more simple, and obviously I'm going to ask for no spoilers in chat in case anyone does want to play, but I've heard it's not as good. Yeah, it doesn't help streamers pretty uniformly said it's worst version. A lot of the like earlier reviews I saw were the same. So on top of everything we just said, it not being as good, people aren't rushing to play it anyway. Amazing graphics, but everything else about it was bad. Yep, exactly, Massa. Everyone's dealing with inflation, hobby monies. I mean, normally, with like E3 and stuff, I'd go ham. I'd pick up a whole bunch of games, but I can't afford to. Now you multiply that by everyone who is also experiencing the money crunch here with inflation and whatnot. And yeah, there's only so many games you can get. So I picked up Elden Ring because I know I'm going to play that. I've been looking forward to that since I finished Elden Ring. Anything else, though, is going to have to wait. Xbox killing itself with Game Pass. That's been interesting to see now that it's been a thing for a while. I killed off my Game Pass because I got annoyed with what they were doing to the studios. So I killed mine off. Yeah, they're in an interesting spot. My hobby spending's gone way down this year, even before I got laid off. Yeah, exactly. When I have to choose between groceries and a video game, guess what I'm gonna pick every time? Probably gonna end my Game Pass at the end of this month. Like, it was nice. I liked Game Pass. I liked Game Pass mostly to play games that maybe I wasn't sure I would like. Or I would still buy games in full for ones I did know. So I'm very thankful for the chance to, like, check out some of the games, but I don't want to support what they're doing right now, so they don't get my money. Not cool with that. Gotta run. Sounds good, Bill. We'll see you later. Thanks for coming by. I hope you're feeling better here soon. Good to see you. Catch you next time. I play an Xbox, so I can't. That's my main play space. That's fair. I think as someone with a PC, it's just like, why do I still have this? But no, if that's your main console, obviously, that makes sense. I think they announced something with Blizzard games and Game Pass. I think they have to. I think they have to, yeah. Well, didn't they... I may be wrong. Maybe this was a rumor. I thought Diablo was already coming to it, and I thought Call of Duty they said it would be. If that's incorrect, you can absolutely correct me, but I thought we'd gotten some of that already. D4 was, yeah, okay. I tried my PSN, I did too, a while back. Nintendo Online, yep. Yeah, before Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is on Game Pass. World of Warcraft sub was included with Game Pass. I would stay on Game Pass. I mean, that makes sense. I feel like they have to do something like that at this point. I feel like now that they've spent so much money on that, they've got to do something with that at this point. It's so much money. So much money. They've got to do something with it. With the sub price change, oh, sorry, bees, that's fine. Sub price change increases prime sub value to, wait. Price change increases the prime sub value to. They're leaving that anchored at 5. You mean for like streamer side? 80. That I'm not sure. Yeah, for Twitch Prime, I don't know if that stays at... Will it be worth 5 or 6? So I know the split for me is the same. I don't know if that split is based off 5 or 6. So stupid. Let me mute for a second. Okay. Microsoft should sack Phil Spencer. He's driving Xbox to the ground. All their first-party games in the last year have been bad. Something needs to change for sure. Replay, hello, how are you? Call of Duty isn't worth Game Pass. We scripted a bunch of stuff on our big Battle Royale map. And we just expect you to pay Battle Royale. Give us money. Money, please. They just realized Scott isn't coming back. It sounds like Amazon drove by. Starfield did poorly. Yep. Yep. Sadie's about it for Xbox. She's a Phil fan. She's like, how dare you? How dare you, chat? Yep. I would agree with a lot of that, chat. Obviously, it's just an outsider looking in, but it's not working. I know what we'll see. Starfield DLC announcement. Yay! Yay! Oh, goodness. Is there anything else you're expecting to see, Slam? I honestly don't know what else to guess. I guess Fable. We haven't seen Dragon Age yet. Is Dragon Age with... That would be the Xbox, we think? Do they have the, like, marketing rights with that? I think they do. Because we know that it's changed names now. Silk Song, I think, if we get it, would be during Xbox. Because they've had marketing on it. Yeah, I don't know what else to expect, honestly. Dragon Age. Oh, is it a separate thing? How was he fail? I would like to see Avowed. I know Eastman mentioned Avowed earlier. I'd like to see that. They'll put a game in there. Ready for more Overwatch 2 stuff, chat? Oh, the Elder Scrolls 6 gameplay trailer. No one can contain my excitement. I would like Avowed to do well. I feel like of all the games we've mentioned, that's the one I would be most excited for. But, like, it is new, so keep an eye on it. Inquisition was not good. I thought it was okay. It wasn't... I spent too many hours on it. I thought it was alright. Panic Goblins, welcome in. How are you? Every time someone mentions Silk Song gets delayed another year, reset the clock. But if we get it, it would, I believe, be during Microsoft. I'm pretty sure they've got the marketing rights and stuff with it. After Starfield, I'm no longer excited for Elder Scrolls. Exactly. Normally, that would be something I'd jump at. Now, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because, like, even with the jank, I love Skyrim. I'll always take more of that. But now... Oh, Sea of Thieves? That's true. I keep forgetting about Sea of Thieves. Isn't Elder Scrolls 6 like 3 years out? Oh, probably. Probably. They're gonna show Fallout 76. True. That's still up and going. That's true. My goodness. She's such an Xbox fanboy. I had no idea. I had no idea Sadie was such a fanboy. Fallout is the real end thing. That's true. Capitalize on the show doing well. So many people going back to play Fallout. Capitalize on that. J-Pick, hello, how are you? I don't get the love for Bethesda games because when they work, they're really, really good. And the dialogue's really fun. Some of the systems and stuff are a little janky, but it's nothing crazy. Sometimes it's just funny. But yeah, when they work, they're really good. It's just getting them to work. It's a whole hobby in itself, getting them to work. Yeah, they used to be really good, and that's probably the best way to sum it up. Yeah, yeah. But then they stayed on the same engine for God, way too long. It wasn't a great engine to start with. Outer Worlds is superior to Starfield. New Vegas superior to Fallout 4. Yeah. Yeah. Easy to mod, also a feature. True. Yeah, the fact that they give so much like mod support right out the gate. So people did. They'd run with it. I mean, now when people talk about Fallout, it's like the first question is, what mods are you gonna run? Not even the core game, it's what mods are you gonna put on it. They give mod support. Someone says they need mod support, yeah. Yeah. But like that is a reason that a lot of people will hop back in. To fix the games on release, yeah. I still love that with Starfield, even the modders are like, this game is so boring, I don't even want to mod it. Still like my favorite story from Starfield. Like, this isn't worth my time. This isn't worth my time. Alright, we're just gonna do this whole top section. And then it's probably time to see what they've got for us. I will probably read over to someone. I read over to Co or someone. You guys can watch along. And the modders gave up. An amazing achievement. Yes, you've made it so boring, even the modders don't care. It's probably my favorite story. Forever make me laugh. I like Starfield. I had to go and F it up. It's one of the few games where I was just sitting there and I'm like, why am I still playing? Why am I doing? The review Elder Scrolls 6. It's just Starfield crossed out. They give the PC a sword. Outer Worlds beat Starfield is amazing because I found it such a slog of how can I obtusely say crony capitalism bad? Yeah, it didn't quite work for me either, but I know some people enjoyed it. It was a miss for me, but that's fine. Well, yeah, we'll see you Wednesday, Big Boss. We'll be doing video game. We've got Ace Attorney that we've been playing, so we'll be video gaming it up on Wednesday. But have a good rest of your weekend. Thanks for hanging out today. Bye-byes for now. We're playing the open world game nowadays. It's Cyberpunk. I wish I could get into Cyberpunk. I was talking earlier that I've tried to go back to it, and the game does not click for me. Which is tough, because, like, on paper, it should have clicked for me, and it hasn't. I'm sad about it. I'm upset about it. Everything exists to pass the time. That's the thing, Slam. That's my game calendar right now. Elden Ring DLC, which is, I'm just playing little stuff until then. And then Sparking Zero. I have to get good. So really, it's Elden Ring into my copy of 3 that I have into new Sparking Zero. That's my gaming schedule. Everything else is gravy. Spotty. Same here, I guess I need to be in a particular mood to play Cyberpunk. I feel like with all of the the tutorials and stuff in the beginning, I haven't connected to any of the characters. I haven't connected to the story. I feel very just kind of lost in it all. Not doing what I want to be doing, I guess. Which is rough. I really want to like that game, and I don't. I'm gonna get the Elden Ring DLC. First, I have to wait to get a new job. Best of luck, Bees. I know that you've had some interviews and stuff. You got this. You get Phantom Liberty at some point. I'm glad I waited. I thought about picking it up right when I was, like, starting Cyberpunk. I'm glad I waited. Like, if I try it again and it does finally pull me in, cool. But I'm not holding my breath, I guess. I'm trying to put off my will for ACC all, like, 3 times already because of real life. But eventually, yeah. Thanks to you2, Orc Skin's done. Let's go. Did it click, Avian? Did we have a click moment this morning? Those are the best. Alright, let's do a couple more highlights and then, yeah, we're gonna throw this over and we'll watch some Xbox with someone. I loaded up the game right after Liberty Drop. I wasn't sure I liked... Oh, the skill tree rework. It ruined my build. Gotcha. I kind of forget that that was part of it just because I wasn't playing at the time. Like, I know they fixed a lot of, like, bugs and things, but I kind of forgot that would also be what you're dealing with. I'm gonna buckle down these scorpions. Move on to something else. Let's go, Band of Goblins. You got this. I believe. I know the first orc. My brain's just giving me grief while I was working. All the orcs have their skin done to the last 2 layers. Okay. Good, good. Some good progress, Avian. Glad to hear it. I think I'm gonna do a like first pass and highlights of all this, and then I will wait until we can actually glue it on to finish it. But to get all of our highlighting right, I mentioned I want to pull in some of the yellow that's being reflected off the sand. Probably do that when it's attached. The fur pass are getting a lot done here. Muswaite's trying to work on the Death Knight Duder. Eyes aren't cooperating. They never do. Hopefully they do here soon. Nerfing a build is one thing. My build is no longer possible, really. Can't build pistols and gorilla arms very well. Gotcha. So I took something pretty crucial then for that to work. Well, cool. Hopefully we see some cool stuff here today. If video games aren't your thing, we will be back with mini painting tomorrow. I'm not sure exactly what it'll be. I'd like to get the 1,000 Suns on this week, but a lot of it depends on what I can do with my arm. Imperial Fists are getting built, so they'll be on at some point. They are a bit more batch painty than the 1,000 Suns, though. We'll probably just pick maybe the Ancient or something to work on here on stream. But if minis are more your thing, we'll be back tomorrow. And then we are still playing Ace Attorney. If you guys missed Wednesday, or if you want to catch up, that's all on the YouTube. I'm going to throw that in chat. We finished up episode 4. If you guys... I'm sorry, we're in the middle of episode 4. I'm so sorry. We're going to be finishing episode 4 this week. Bake and bake, but now the house is hot. I'm sorry. It's the worst. Hope Fable looks less lame. Yeah, I want to be excited for Fable, but I haven't seen anything that's really pulled me toward it, if I'm honest. We're getting there, Titan. Yeah. I mentioned earlier, just in case, I need to email you about the Terminators, the loadout you had is not included in that box, but we'll figure that out. So I'll send an email your way. I've just put them on the back burner until we get it figured out. It's all good. We're gonna take the oldest to jury duty. Kind of nervous. Hopefully you're not needed. I feel like everyone I've talked to basically just gets excused anyway. So hopefully you don't have to worry about it too much. But if so, I would say just tell someone. And we'll get you sorted. Wouldn't be too nervous, I guess. Good for him, but yeah. You don't know how, I guess, intense some of it is, and how, obviously I don't know the specifics of what may be difficult for him. Or you know that, obviously. You can always talk to them. I always like to remember that you're not going to be the first person to ask things like that. And that's okay. That's how I tend to, if I'm really nervous about something, it's like, it's not even the first time someone's asked them something like this. They have the chain fist, so I was missing, I think, it only comes with a heavy flamer, and I think you had asked for, trying to remember what it was versus what I had. Because I think the sergeant, you wanted like a plasma pistol, and they don't have that. And then I think the big weapon was also different. It was like the weapons that not everyone gets was what I was having trouble finding. Autocannon upgrades sprue bag. I will look. Okay. Maybe I didn't realize it was for that specifically. I can look. I know I've got like the shoulders and stuff. I maybe didn't realize that's what it was for. Okay. Well, for now, while I go root around in the sprue bags. The resin bag? Okay, I'll take a look. Okay, here's what we got so far. Because I am going to wrap up and get some lunch here before Xbox comes on. You can see there's the highlighting we're doing in the front. Obviously, we have a lot of work still to do for it, but she is coming along. So there's my take on box art. And then obviously we'll bring in some of that yellow from the reflections off the sun and off the sand. But she's coming along. We're getting there. But yeah, I'm going to wrap up here. Again, my arm is just, it hurts, and I want to see what Xbox has got. So I'm going to end early. We're just going to do it. Making an executive decision. We're just going to do it. So hang tight. I am probably going to raid over to Co-Carnage. If you want someone to watch the reveals and stuff with, you can join us there. Otherwise, I'm sure it's on Xbox's channels if you want to check it out. YouTube is there if you want to catch up on Ace Attorney, watch the VODs. And then my socials. I'm posting 1,000 Suns up there right now, but if you want to check out the other things that I am working on, there are my socials. Thank you, everyone, for coming to hang out today. We'll be back tomorrow with minis. Thank you so much for all the support. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.